Hey folks, welcome back to another one. Coming hot off the press straight from Champions League in Japan, we got an interesting take on a well-known deck list for Dragapult Dusknoir. They were running Neo Upper Energy so that they could take advantage of slamming down a couple jamming towers and really taking power away from their opponents. Especially after watching the Atlanta Regionals this weekend, it was really seeing how many decks are relying on tool cards right now to make up for some of the power that was lost after rotation. So I think that this deck list could also potentially make some pretty big waves over in the Western format, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it do pretty well at the next major event. Just to go through it real quick, we have, of course, Dragapult and Dusknoir like normal, but you'll notice that the Dusknoir line's a little beefier than you might have seen on some other lists. We have a 3-3-2 line, which is pretty crazy, but the reason for that is that we're going to be ripping through this deck, okay? You'll see some Billy action going on, which has not before seen in Dragapult, so we have the potential to just ditch our turn one hand if it's not favorable for us, so we can kind of turbo into some early game phantom dives if we need to. Going along that vein, we run 3 copies of Professor's Research as our big draw engine because we don't have a way to search for Neo Upper Energy, so we kind of just need to tear through our deck and draw into it. Also very disruptive, we run 4 copies of Iono, and then your kind of more standard Dragapult stuff. We got a couple Jacks, we got our 2/2 boss countercatcher, which I think feels really good in just about any Dragapult list right now. And then because we are potentially discarding so many important things like our energy, we have 3 copies of Night Stretcher to help get us things back in our hands when we need it, which has also been another awesome way to kind of set ourselves up for success in the future. If we discard a Hawlucha, then we don't need to Ultra Ball for it later or draw into it. We can Night Stretcher for it instead, which can really swing some things around late game, and you can kind of set yourself up for some big moments that way. But I've been having a lot of fun with this deck list, so I just want to jump straight into some gameplay. My name is Jared, and I'll be your gameplay nurse today. Okay, so we're going first, which for this version of the deck, I actually don't really hate that much. I think Billy just kind of makes it a little bit nicer. It's going to stink to get rid of some supporters here. So let's see if we really commit to the Billy. This deck, if they get set up, they get to start pumping pretty soon. So I think if we do have Billy, yeah, we're going to go ahead and commit to Billy, because we're going to want to be swinging early and trying to prevent them from evolving everything on their bench. So let's just go ahead and rip this. And yeah, stop there. That's perfect, because now we can stop their TM Evos and go next. Jamming Tower comes in clutch. Hopefully they're not able to bump it. But we'll see what else they got cooking up over there. The Billy is going to be very matchup dependent, especially that's pretty much it. It's going to be depending on what you open with, how dead your hand is, and then matchup dependent. So like I had a pretty decent hand there. I had Research and Iono for my next turn, in case I needed more draw support. But going into Mamoswine and just knowing that they're trying to load their bench up with just high health stage 2s that I'm going to struggle to knock out. I'm going to want to get Phantom Dive in pretty much ASAP. So that's going to be the goal. That was the reason for the Billy there. Okay, they got Call for Family. That puts him on the bench. Nice. Let's go ahead and bench this. Let's evolve here. Fortunately, we're not going to be swinging with Dragapult just this turn, but maybe next turn. Probably want boss. Probably gonna need to be a bit more aggressive than countercatcher. Oh, we're gonna Iono anyways. I should have. Do I? Yeah, I have to Iono here. Okay. Should have held on to Recon Directive there, I think. But not too shabby do. And then perfect. Let's just, like I said, we're gonna be real aggressive with this one. I think I want to, I'm going to Nest Ball, grab another Dreepy, and then let's Burst, blast, Pidgey. What you get for calling for your family. So we got them. We're stopping their tools. Now we're going to stop their items. Beautiful. Promote Budew. Bench another Duskull. Not Night Stretcher in just yet. Let's commit an energy to Loke. And let's commit an Itchy to you. 20 damage, baby. Okay. So that's why, like, I think going turn 1 with this version of Dragapult is, like, not that bad. Because you can be turbo if you need to be turbo. So it feels kind of good. Especially with like the disruption that we have with Jamming Tower and Itchy Pollen. Like we're locking out tools, we're locking out items. Like it's just kind of crazy. A little bit cracked up. Next turn we have the potential to draw for throw out another Pidgey. Throw out another 50 health Pidgey. Let's see it. There he is. There he is. Okay. We got the potential for... Nice. Love it. Okay. Let's just... Dusclops first. Let's Night Stretcher. Let's grab another Dusclops. Let's make sure no Pidgey ever gets to survive. And then, yeah. Okay. Good game. Good game. Alright. So we get to go second this game. And it looks like we're playing against some kind of Miraidon Future Box fusion, possibly. They're keeping this dream alive. Yep. So we'll see how this goes. Don't know this matchup super well. We'll just kind of play it like a standard pult. Not gonna. We need to get. We're gonna have problems with potential liabilities. Oh, nice. Draw them into the Buddy-Buddy. But we're going to throw the Jammy up. I know they got some future boosters. I've seen them from a mulligan. And then, let's see. I think retreating into Budew is going to be beneficial for us here. We'll commit an energy to that. So one of the downsides with this deck is that you don't have the rescue board, so you do often have to commit an energy to get into Budew, but it does feel pretty worth it most of the time. And let's just rip that here now before we forget. And then let's Ultra Ball. Just gonna get rid of some stuff, grab another Dreep. And let's just rip a Research. Okay, got some Drakloaks set up for next turn if we don't get Iono'd. So feeling pretty good about all that. And let's Itchy him. I don't know what other tools besides Future Booster they're going to really be depending on. And that's probably just like a get out of jail free card in case one of their Iron Hands ends up stuck in active. Oh, so yeah, this is definitely Future Box because they got the Grass Energy. I seen a Psychic Energy. So they're setting up for like the Iron Valiants or whatever you call them. There's the Iono. Okay, got the gold EXP share looking fancy. Nice, got our Neo. Not that we super need it this turn, but we got the Jacq. So we can maybe go for, if we draw a candy, like that'd be crazy. But likely we'll just be getting buddied up. Yoltik. 2 basic grass energy cards and up to 2 basic lightning energy. Wow. That's kind of huge. Okay, so they're going to have a hand set up for next turn. Just one. Okay. Interesting. They are locked out of EXP share for the foreseeable future. Okay, I think we're just going to have to rip a Jacq. The question is, do we gamble for the candy off of 1 recon directive? Do we do this? Gamble for candy? We got 2 and we got both of them there out of 35 cards. Those are not great odds. So I think we'll just go ahead and accept that we are gonna lose 2 prizes to hands. But who knows? Got the fire nest. Grab a fire for now. Let's commit here. I can evolve the Dusclops, of course. But I don't think I'm going to use them. I don't see that helping me out this turn. Kind of want to just grab the Iono in case I need it next turn. Especially because they might build up a little bit of a hand. I'm hesitant. I don't want to commit the Neo because that's just opening up the boss. We'll sit on that. And then I think we'll just double evolve here. They might, one of those might get bossed up, but honestly I'd rather lose one of those than like lose a cloak at this point. I don't want to fill up my bench right now, so let's just itchy. And then hopefully they'll just hands Budew. I would be okay with that being their turn. They got a Crispy. El Crispito coming in. So so that's no boss. Okay, so Budew is Badung, which is good. And then we can, we'll see. Maybe we'll get a Dragapult and we'll be able to commit the Neo and then Iono. Take out a hands. That would be quite nice. Especially with Heavy Baton being out of the picture. So they're not going to be able to set up their next one right away. Yeah, okay. Perfection. Alright, so we're going to commit a Dusclops to active because we know we're going to pop one anyways. As long as everything goes well. Got a research. Alright. Let's recon. There he is. We'll just grab this one. I think we just commit here first. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to have to recon first because I need to evolve. And we'll just get the Buddy-Buddy. Who cares? Okay. Now let's evolve this one. Play a Buddy-Buddy. See if we can't pull another Dreepy out. I'll pull 2. And then Iono them down to 4. Okay. Nice, got the boss. Blast active. Oh, I should have blast actived and then Iono'd so they would have had 3. That was a misplay. Next time we'll get it right. And then we're not going to KO the Joltik this turn. We can always take that prize later. I'm going to do 1 here, 3 here, and then we can do 1 more here, and we'll just put 1 here for good measure. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. If they hide it behind Joltik and they don't Iono, we have boss for next turn, which is fantastic. And whatever else they do, you know, maybe they'll just hands and then boss up a Dreepy or a Drakloak and hit that, which, you know, not a big deal, because then we'll just counter back by knocking out hands. And then they're going to have a hard time committing to taking that last prize card, most likely. We can Iono him back down to 1. They've got the grass dude. Nope, I guess not. Nothing off Miraidon. Might see a concede here. Unless they got something up their sleeve that I'm not seeing. Fez, okay. Draw them up to 8. I'm going to need to be careful with my last Dusclops here. Kind of don't want to leave them on 2 prizes unless I can secure game with it. Which, unless they bench like another 1 prizer, I don't think that's going to be happening. There's Crispin. They could counter catcher. We did leave them... No, they can't counter catcher. We have more prize cards. I was reading that backwards for some reason. So they can't boss. So they're loading up a hands to punch Dragapult. Nope, they're not going to be able to get Joltik out of the active. So we can boss up Dragapult. Miraidon's at 190. We could Dusknoir Miraidon. And then take 4 prizes that way. Oh no, we can't because they're going to be down to 1 prize. So that's out of the question. So this could be a little bit hairy. I'll just push Dragapult here. Could be a touch hairy. It's not going to matter if we get a Fez in play. Met you. And... let's just Rare Candy. Just to keep it out of the deck. I mean, we could have potentially gotten another Recon out of that. No, I have to Iono here. I can't boss. I was thinking like Hawlucha onto Fez to stop. But I think they're going to have a harder time like getting set up again. So let's just Iono. Let's flip the script. And we'll recon. Take the boss. Get that on there for whatever reason. Okay. And then we'll Phantom Dive. I don't think I take the Joltik here, just because it'll give me 1 more card if we get Iono'd. But we'll see. This is a little closer than I was expecting. They needed a big top deck. Did they get it? They can get 2 energy. No, Miraidon needs 3 to attack. They need an attacker and they need a boss. Okay, shoot, look at you. What a game. What a game. They can't get Miraidon out of the active though without a switch. Rescue board's blocked. Oh shoot. What's happening? They still can't get Miraidon out of the active. What is happening? Everything's popping off. Okay, okay, good game. Yeah, I think they forgot the Jamming Tower was in play. Okay, so it looks like we got a little bit of a Dragapult mirror match here. Opponent chose to go I chose to go second. So we're already starting off strong. Be awesome if they ran Crystal Pult. Oh, okay. Switching it up a little bit. Change our expectations. We have a Golden Pult. So we'll see. I know Golden Pult does like them some TM Evos, so let's slap this boy down right away. Get Dreepy involved. This one's tough. I don't want to commit the Billy here, I don't think. So let's just get that out of our head, I think, at the moment. Likely just get another Dreepy. I don't know, we don't even got him anyways. Oh, no, there he is. Okay, I lied. I wasn't looking. Okay, but no, I think... Are our Clops prized? Or we got one in hand, one's prized. Two might be prized, actually. Run 3. Okay. I wish you could scroll wheel through this, man. Research, we got... Iono's good. Do we have an Iono? Yep. Okay. We could potentially... Nah, I'm not going to commit the Billy for that. I'm not committing to it. Alright, and then I'm going to leave the Neo. I want that to be a nasty little surprise later in the game. Let's just rip an Iono. And didn't get much off of it. Should have held on to that hand, I think. But we'll commit here, and then we can yak next turn for Drakloaks. Maybe a Dusclops. We have the 1. Got a little greedy with that Iono, I think. Let's take a look. What did we have in hand? Neo, Drakloak, Dusclops. I mean, we would have been Ionoing after that anyway. So I guess it's okay. I'm not gonna regret that too much. No regrets. They do got the monkey, so that's gonna be a bit annoying. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do to get around that. I don't know much about playing Golden Pult. I'm guessing they want to run this. Okay, well, they're committing. We're going to want to take that boy out. Oh, unless we see the... Do we got the... Shoot. They got the candy Pult, the candy Pult right away? Buddy-Buddy Poffin and Evo. Okay. Not going to be able to Evo. But do they got the candy Pult? They know they can't Evo. It's kind of feeling... Nope, Drakloak. Okay. There's no way, right? Like, there's no way. Okay, but I mean, now I kind of want the candy Pult, though. Recon. They're gonna punch Duskull here, it looks like. Which that would be awesome if they did, because then we could Fez. Yes, thank you. Okay. And we have the Hawlucha. Alright, let's commit to this. Well, let's do Fez first, of course. Oh! God, we don't even need to yak! Okay. Shoot. Alright, let's Fez first, see if we need an energy. Oh, the universe. Okay. Still need that energy. Let's Loke. See if we can get it off the Loke. Oh my god. The world loves me. I must have done something real good today. Oh man. That is just gorgeous. Okay. Let's commit the Looch. Yes, I would. Thank you. Do we just top... I think we just take out the Dragapult play at this point. Oh, do I yak here? Do I Iono? Okay, I think we have to Iono. Gives them an extra card, but that's okay. Got just a Duskull in the... Yeah, I think this is right. I don't think I want a counter catcher here. Okay. Gives them a big answer with a Goldango, of course. And we are... we're pretty set up as far as, like, our next attacker. Yup. You expect that. So we got... What do we got? Neo's in the deck. I'm pretty sure I saw that when I was prize checking. So if they get the Golden Man knockout here, which I can't imagine they won't. Seeing so many cards. Then we'll be able to counter catcher and hopefully get our Loke set up. Can't Lucha the Fez unless they knock that for some reason. The tough part about this is it's because we didn't get a Budew set up, we don't have a free retreater, and we don't have a rescue board to fall back on. So we kind of have to commit to whatever we push. This is going to drop them down to 3 if they can get the knockout. Which it's looking like they probably will. So if we like push the Luch, then they just knock that out, and then that gets them down to 2, which is not where we want to be. We really need to do another attack this turn. Oh, they whiffed. Okay, that's kind of huge for us. Kind of huge. Got the boss. Just see what we get off a nasty little recon here. Iono Stretcher. I'm just looking to see if I run Turo. This deck does not run Turo, so we're just not worried about that. Stretcher. I don't think there's... Yeah, I have nothing in the discard, so I'll just grab the Iono. I don't even have a way to use the Stretcher I do have. And yeah, it's looking a little sad. Looking a little sad. Let's commit an energy here. Then let's get a little bit more set up. Do I boss the Fez? And then put 60 on the... Yeah. Right? Because they can't monkey back enough to knock me out. They would have to commit an energy to the Fez, and then that makes it shottable next turn, as well as putting this in range. Unless they get monkey. So they really have to commit to monkey at this point. But then they wouldn't be able to retreat the Fez, and we could just, like, hopefully Dusclops it. Can't use that. See, Jamming Tower is just... No one is playing around Jamming Tower right now. It is so crazy how many decks are just, like, running, like, an insane amount of tool cards and don't have a plan for when a Jamming Tower punches them in the face. I think, like, if you sneak in and start running this list now, like, you're gonna catch a lot of people off guard. And that's just one of its kind of big strengths at the moment. I think it makes up for... Okay, so they're committing there, so they're gonna have to retreat to the Goldango, which is pretty much exactly what we wanted. Unless we get Iono'd here, we just have game next turn. Which feels pretty good. Let's just hope their last card's not an Iono. But man, Jamming Tower is just like taking names at the moment. So get in while the getting's good. Maybe you can surprise some people at your locals with this deck. But let's just wrap this one up. Should be pretty simple. Just take a knockout on both Goldango and Fez. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We are like razor close to 500, 1,500 subscribers as well. So if you're not subscribed and you want to help us hit that goal, go ahead and subscribe. I'm also very, very active in the comment section. So if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask about, if you want to tell me that this deck can't beat Melodic, go ahead and leave that comment down below. And then we'll be cooking from there. I usually respond within like 24 hours, so love to chat with you down below. Deck list is also in the description if you want it, and we'll catch you in the next one.